I'm 77 years old. My name is Helena. And there's a question that has followed me into this age. One that still wakes me up before the sun does. It isn't a dramatic question. No lightning in it. Just a quiet one that waits until the house is still. It's this. Who did I think I was saving all that time for? If you're younger than me, listen closely. If you're my age, take a seat next to me. Today I want to tell you about the things that don't leave. The things that stay when the house is quiet and the phone stops ringing. I'm not telling this to be forgiven. I'm telling it because there's no one left who needs me to pretend anymore. Most mornings now, I sit at the small kitchen table by the window. The same table I bought with my husband 43 years ago. It has a burn mark near the edge from a pan I shouldn't have set down. I've never bothered to sand it out. The light comes in slow. I drink my coffee black because sugar stopped agreeing with me. Outside, a woman walks her dog at the same time every day. We nod. We don't speak. This is what my life sounds like now. Quiet has a way of making memories louder. They don't arrive all at once. They come in pieces, like crumbs you didn't know you were leaving behind. When I was younger, my 20s, my 30s, I thought I was being responsible, careful. I thought I was doing what adults were supposed to do. I married a steady man, not romantic, but reliable. He worked long hours and brought home his pay in neat envelopes. I kept the house running, paid the bills, packed lunches. We weren't unhappy. That's important to say. We just kept postponing things. Dinners with friends turned into next month. Trips we talked about became when work slows down. Conversations that felt uncomfortable were saved for later, because there was always later. I used to tell myself, this is just a busy season. I didn't know seasons could last decades. Our children grew in the background of our routines. Birthdays happened quickly. School plays were attended but half listened to. I was always thinking of the next thing that needed doing. There was a particular sound in our house back then, the dryer buzzing at night. I can still hear it. I would tell myself I'd sit down once the laundry was folded, once the dishes were done, once tomorrow was ready. Tomorrow always needed more preparation. The first thing I lost was not a person. It was attention. I stopped noticing how my husband sighed before speaking, how my daughter waited an extra second to see if I was really listening, how my son stopped asking questions and started figuring things out alone. Nothing broke all at once. It wore thin. I remember one evening clearly. I was standing at the sink, hands in soapy water. My husband came in and leaned against the counter. He said, "Do you ever feel like we're just passing time?" I laughed, not because it was funny, because I didn't know how to answer. I said, "Everyone feels like that." He nodded. And that was the end of the conversation. Or so I thought. Years later, he had a stroke, not the dramatic kind, the quiet kind that steals small things first. His right hand shook. He forgot words. He became patient in a way that scared me. Sitting beside his hospital bed, I tried to remember the last real conversation we'd had. Not about schedules, not about money. I couldn't. That's when the question started forming, though I didn't have words for it yet. After he passed, people told me I was strong. I hated that word. Strength felt like something I had been practicing my whole life without realizing why. The house got quieter. The kids called, but not often. They had their own lives, as they should. I filled my days with errands, volunteer work, anything with a start and an end. At night, the question would come back. Who did I think I was saving all that time for? Because the truth is, I didn't use it. I didn't spend it. I stored it away like something fragile. There was always this belief that life would open up later, that I'd finally be present once things calmed down. They never really did. I missed small things. Not the big milestones people talk about, the in-between moments. The way my daughter used to sit on the counter and talk about nothing. The way my husband rubbed his thumb against his wedding ring when he was nervous. The sound of the kids arguing in the back seat. A sound I used to find exhausting. Those were not interruptions. They were the whole thing. I didn't see it then. The turning point wasn't a dramatic moment. It rarely is. It was a Tuesday. I was cleaning out a drawer and found an old envelope. Inside was a note my husband had written years before. No date, it said. If we ever slow down, I'd like to take you to the coast. Just the two of us. I sat on the floor and held that piece of paper like it could still take me there. That trip never happened. Not because we couldn't afford it. Not because of illness. Because we kept waiting for the right time. Some things don't forgive waiting. There are people I will never speak to again. Conversations that can't be reopened. Apologies that have no place to land. Time doesn't ask if you're ready. It just keeps moving. Now, when people ask me what I regret, I hesitate. Not because there's nothing to say. Because regret is too loud a word for something that happened so quietly. I didn't fail at life. I just assumed it was longer than it was. If I could sit across from my younger self, I wouldn't warn her about mistakes. I wouldn't tell her to work less or love more. I would tell her what I noticed too late. That presence doesn't arrive when your life is in order. It only shows up when you choose it, right in the middle of the mess. That people don't wait forever to be seen. They adjust. They move on. That the moments you think you'll remember later are the ones you'll miss the most. I don't say this as advice. I say it as something I finally understand. Now, when my granddaughter visits, I put my phone away. Not because I'm trying to be better, because I know what it costs not to. She talks slowly, sometimes in circles. I let her. There isn't much time left for me to do things differently, but there is still time to do them honestly. If you're listening to this and something in it feels familiar, sit with that. You don't need to fix anything right now. Just notice who you're postponing. If this meant something to you, you're welcome to stay. You can subscribe to this channel if you want to hear more of these conversations. You can like the video so it reaches someone who might need it. And if you feel up to it, share it. I'd also like to hear from you. In the comments, tell me about a moment you almost missed, or one you're trying not to. As for me, I'll still be here tomorrow morning, at the same table, with my coffee, listening to the quiet, and finally understanding what it's been trying to tell me all along.